You didn't think I thought someone else, did you? Ruby, King of the City, Jerry Rice, King of the City 3, right there in the middle. You've got Shohei Ohtani and Michael Jordan, both staring at it, both drooling on it. Jerry Rice has now all the saliva over his face. It's gross. It's disgusting. I love everything about this piece. I've always said, what does it feel like to hold a PMG? I can now no longer say that. That's done. And I'm thankful it's gone. I'm thankful I now know what it feels like. And it's better than I thought it was. Ruby, not only just on this piece, because it's 49ers and it's red, it's like a color match if you're into that thing. The Ruby hits. PMGs are, in fact, better. I said the gap is closing between regular and specialty variation, and I stand by that. The gap is closing. However, that gap will never be fully closed. PMGs, in my opinion, are just better. They look better, and when you're up close, it does something to you. It does something to me. It changes everything. I could stare at it all day long. Literally, my daughter and I last night, we pulled down King of the City 3 Ruby and we pulled down Snakeskin and we were just staring at it. But here's the thing. Here's the hot take of the day, because everyone just knows I would ooh and ah over the Ruby King of the City. The hot take is what it made me do is something interesting and somewhat unexpected. It made me appreciate all the other pieces a little bit more. It made me appreciate all of the other variations more. Because everything has something good about it. The studio has nailed it when it comes to making every variation look good. And I'm even referring to ones on the older printer. I have this metal King of the City 1, and I got to tell you, it looks amazing from all distances. And I got to appreciate it a little more with the PMG. The PMG looks just different further away and close up. Further away, it looks stunning. Up close, it looks profoundly epic, and you just can't understand it until you hold it. But canvas, I appreciate it also. See how clean that looks from distance? Look how clean that canvas looks from distance. Up close, I don't like canvas as much as obviously the Ruby or the metal. But everything, it made me realize of where I want to position these pieces around my office and around my setup. Because I think different variations look different in different circumstances, under different lighting, under different positioning. It's like just when you mount a TV, you want to make sure it doesn't have certain glare on it because you want it to look its best. The same with all of these. This is matte and this is snakeskin. The different variations bring so many different elements to the art. And my daughter and I were just standing there yesterday, appreciating them all for what they were. All for what they were. I believe the PMG allowed me to sort of look at all of them a bit differently and have a deeper appreciation. Now, do I want a shelf full of just PMGs? 100%. Of course, everyone likely does. But I also deeply now appreciate all of these. But here's what made me appreciate this Ruby King of the City hit a bit more. The response I got from the community. I said it a little bit ago, earned not given. And I deeply believe in that phrase. Deeply, deeply believe it. And what I saw from the community who was responding to my Instagram post about this was I had comment after comment in my DM saying, hey, Kurt, couldn't be happier for you. Thrilled for you. Kurt, earns not given. CAA, earns not given. And that meant everything to me. I appreciate that the community has that thought process, that they believe this piece was earned and not given. And I thank you for sharing that with me. I'm humbled by it. I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful to the studio. I'm grateful to the community. Obviously, CAA wouldn't be what it is today without all of your support. And I appreciate you taking the time in that moment to express your appreciation that piece landed where it did. It means a lot to me. All love to you all. I'm going to refocus, try and get to the rest of the heat check. But all love to everyone. PiggyBanx, the studio, thank you. Honored, humbled, community, you as well. All love. I don't think any PiggyBanx piece or set is slept on per se, so it's never going to show up in the sleepers. But I will say I think the Legend set is grossly underrated, or at least under talked about. Steve, by the way, I love the name. It's like, reminds me of Fight Club. Bob, Steve, just Steve. This set is so clean. I don't own anything other than Left Foot Legend, the Lionel Messi piece, which is amazing. I don't own the other pieces because I'm not an F1 fan. I'm not a wrestling fan. This is a set I'm never going to own in totality, but I am going to chase pieces of the set. I know I am, because the second they don't release a piece that is F1 or wrestling, and they go any of the other major sports, I'm gonna go for it, guaranteed. And if I don't hit it on retail, I'm gonna chase it on secondary. The Legend set, I just love the style of these pieces. They're gorgeous, portrait-like, and they always do amazing things in the backgrounds. I love the pieces. This piece, again, not for me, but this set, epic. Steve, a massive winner, and I know the wrestling fans and the Legend collectors are all over this piece. I love it. And I even considered going for it, but I just couldn't answer for it because honestly, I would like to have it. I just couldn't. Straight heat though, and I love the different variations on this piece. Sometimes I have a clear favorite of whether it be the regular label or the black label. Sometimes I don't. This is one of those pieces I would take either one if I was going for it. Love it when that happens. Amazing piece. Easy heat check. PiggyBanx hogging the heat check right now. Here's the third piece already. It's about time. A Knights drop, sports Knights drop. Holla. It's about time. An ode sort of to Wemby, but it's also a throwback to all of the nostalgic superstars of the NBA. You can see Jordan and a number 8, someone number 8. I don't know who that is. Doesn't have a name on it. It could be anyone. Literally could be anyone. I don't know who that is. A sandy figure. I don't know. Who is it? See Shaquille O'Neal. I can't make out a couple of people. You got Bird. I can't make out some of them. It's too far away. I can't tell if it's Iverson on the far right. I certainly don't know who's behind Jordan. I want to see. But I think this is one of these pieces that when you get in your hand, it's going to be a timeless piece. A little play on words there. I think it's going to be a timeless piece. I love the concept here. The execution, I just think about drawing a grain of sand, and I don't know how to do it. If someone said, hey, draw for me here, grab a pencil and draw sand, I don't know how to do it. Like legitimately, I'm actually not a bad drawer if anyone's looking for a part-time artist. Kidding. But I couldn't draw sand, and let alone a portrait out of sand. Look at Wemby's face. That face is incredible. And then to actually draw basketball players out of sand, there is zero chance I'm executing even if I came up with this concept, which of course I also couldn't do. This is another just the epitome of what the PiggyBanx studio is doing, combining spectacular art with over-the-top concepts. I cannot believe this. And yes, I did ask for a nomination on this piece. I have my fingers crossed that I get selected by the studio. This is an epic, epic piece. I think this is a timeless classic. I think it can be a forever piece for everyone. This actually takes me, it looks like in the same type of genre vein as the recent Steve Jobs piece that came out, where his face is over to the side. This, I don't know, has that same look and feel, and I don't even know how to describe that look and feel, but it's so artistic. It's just, I love it when they come out with these pieces. And like I said on the last segment, I love the Legend set and just a clean portrait. This art, though, I think is even better than that because, again, the concepts on this are just, they're insane. I'm all in on this when the Knights program is almost over for the year. I'm in for it. I can't even wait to see what the next 3 drops are. I think the next 3 Knights drops are just going to be mind-blowing. All of them. The studio knows, I'm guessing, that the Knight program is going to change its form next year, and there's 3 to go. I do think it's gotten in the way. I think it's been a hindrance to some degree. Like I said, spitting out all these Knights pieces, but with 3 to go, I just have a feeling they're going to push. They're going to push hard, and this one shows it to me. Epic, epic piece. Easy heat check again. Insane. PiggyBanx 3 for 3 on heat check this week. Crazy. When I hosted Mr. Shadowbox, I knew he was something different, and I actually posted this piece. We talked about it. Alakazam. He was working on it, and I showed an unfinished product. He actually had not finished the bottom half of this piece at the time of the interview. Well, now he finished it, and look at the finished product. And not only is it just unbelievably insane, and again, this thing actually is wired and lights up. Go check out that interview if you haven't seen it. But look at the casing it comes in. I know I get hyped over some interesting things. He has this own custom case of his, this cube that his 3-dimensional Shadowbox pieces sit inside of. It is glorious. Mr. Shadowbox doesn't cut any corners on anything. Every single aspect of everything he does is meticulously crafted. Mr. Shadowbox is unbelievable, and there's nobody like him in this space. There's nobody like him in this space, and I told you, every time he releases a piece, it is going to find its way into the heat check. I'm just certain of it. And here it is. Alakazam, finished product. Unbelievable work. Shout out to Mr. Shadowbox. If you do not follow him, you need to go do so now. Oh, I can't even do enough justice to this piece because I can't show you how it actually lights up and the layers and levels to it. And he's cutting out English words, everything. This takes him months to do. You did it again. I mean, you did it again, Mr. Shadowbox. I cannot wait to see what you do next. Hope all is well with you out there in Poland. Amazing work. I've been itching for a new Kick set, and here it is. Legends Unborn, starting with who else? Michael Jordan. Amazing piece, beautiful artwork. I love it's like a cartoonish manga style, I don't know, mashup with Kick style, everything. I mean, this looks like a Kicks piece. It's got the printing on the case, which now he's doing for everything. And again, I love that he does the border work on the case. I think it adds so much to the piece itself. It gives it a home. I've got the Pikachu piece with the border. It looks great. I like this piece, and I'd like to see where he's going with it. I think the second one that just popped is the Shohei Ohtani, which is also awesome. It's got some menacing figure in the corner, which is why I won't go for it, because it would terrify my children in this house. Again, Kicks, the horror show's over, man. Halloween's behind us. But beautiful work by him. I love seeing him coming out with new sets. I've been wanting it, and I think he nailed it here with Legends Unborn. It's a completely different take, something no one else is really doing this artistic style on it, and I like that he's found his home with this new set. Amazing piece. And also he's dropping new titanium and gold pieces. It's like an actual piece of titanium, it looks like, that he's printing these pieces on. And I think they're coming out with each new drop. So look for these new special variants. I love he's pushing the parameters on that too. If you haven't seen it, inquire with him. I'm sure he'll send you a picture. He's really good about responding to DMs. The titanium and gold, I think, is the next wave for Kicks, and I absolutely dig what he's doing over there. Shout out, man. Love what you got going on. Who said Collector Creative and Murray Henderson is a force to be reckoned with? And what'd they do? Pop out Wonka. Who doesn't love a golden ticket? Everybody does. So here comes the art. Murray Henderson just does his thing again. Collector Creative adds his embellishments and his touch to it, and it comes out amazing, as all their collabs do. But then they did something else. They pushed the limits. And I just talked with Wags earlier in the week about it. I said, hey, what's in the box? I'm tired of stickers and certs. I'm actually not tired of stickers and certs. I just think that people can do more with the giveaways. I've been talking about it. What can we do? And what do they do? What does Collector Creative do with the second straight week in the heat check? Here's what they did. They built 13 one-of-one handcrafted art pieces. Each is obviously completely unique variation. And then they did a golden ticket chase. 2 of them, 2 out of 13 will get a golden ticket. Pull one and you'll unlock a second exclusive golden ticket piece absolutely free. I don't know what that piece looks like, but I want to see it. I saw a golden ticket pulled. I want to see what the golden ticket free piece looks like. Show me. Somebody contact me and tell me what it is. Then, bonus companion gift. Plus, every collector who grabs a piece from the drop has a chance to score a special companion gift. Just share your mail day moment on Instagram, post or story, tag Murray Henderson and Collector Creative, and they'll reach out and send you something extra sweet. This is what I mean. This is what I mean when we're pushing the limits for the community. The community wins. The artists win. This is a great idea by Collector Creative. They are pushing it. I saw some new variations they dropped on a recent piece that just popped. It'll probably be in next week's art beat. But go to his Instagram page. He's just putting out these new drops. It's a Wolverine and a Deadpool piece. He's got new variations. And I just love to see it. They're pushing on all fronts. All these people, all these artists are doing these things. Collector Creative, I'm telling you, are doing something really special over there. Really cooking, really pushing the boundaries on how they can give back, how they can support charities. They're doing a lot of auctions as well. And I just love the collaborations they're doing. The art is spectacular. The giving spectacular. Shout out. There's a reason you're in the heat check twice in a row. I could have put you in the moment. This is a great moment for the community as well. Love what you're doing over there. Glue Trap with Manga Throwdown. Great piece. And I didn't just choose it because it's a sports piece or just because it's Shohei Ohtani, which are 2 great combos for an excellent piece. I do believe this is the best piece of the week, and he's pumped out a lot. You need to go check out his stuff. If you don't follow him, he produces so many a week. It's really hard to pick the best, quote unquote. For me, it was this piece. I love the play on sumo wrestling. I love the throwdown. I love the Ohtani in the background and the style of the piece. I think easily could have put in a number of his pieces in here this week, but in this truncated format, this is what you get. Mega Throwdown, to me, best of the week for Glue Trap. Good work. Finally made it to the final heat check of the week. Thanks to PiggyBanx taking up 3 spots, making this section a little longer than it should be. But here we are. Zato, you think we forgot about you? Nope. Here comes more vintage glory. This set is one of those sets that's been going on for a minute. And the more pieces that keep coming out, the more I hate that I don't have any of them. Look at that gold border on it. This was an auction piece as well. And I think it went north of $500 if I'm not mistaken. Jon Snow. Come on. It's amazing. You know nothing, Jon Snow. I say that to my wife sometimes. You know, her name's not John, but nevertheless, I say, you know nothing. And then just happen to call her Jon Snow. But this piece is pretty sweet. And by pretty sweet, I mean it's epic. I just love the board. The gold border, 23, 24 karat gold border, and the vintage glory set that Zato has seems to be one, never ending, and two, seems to be never ending bangers. Every single piece is just awesome. They're all awesome, and they all have that vintage feel to them. I gotta tell you, I wish I had I don't know how many there are, 100 of them at this point. I could have a whole fleet of vintage glory pieces. Really amazing work. Love that Zato does it. And clearly, I think he just popped us out to say, hey, I'm not merging with ArtMX. I'm going to continue to do some collaborations with them because that worked out beautifully. But I'm still going to keep my brand. I'm still going to pop out bangers like this. Shout out, Zato. You do amazing work. Look how clean that is. Look at the printing. This is one of those pieces, again, you just look at the depth and the quality at what he does, and it is spectacular. It is spectacular work every single time. And then you just put gold on it, throw it up for auction. What do you know? Goes over $500 every time. Shout out, Zato. All love, my friend. There is no doubt 100% what the sleeper piece of the week is, and it's Case Hitmen back-to-back Shohei Ohtani piece representing the World Series win they just had. Why is it a sleeper piece? I mean, it's obviously amazing. Could be in heat check. Why is it here? Because I bet you most people don't even know it exists. This popped literally 1 minute after the Dodgers won the World Series. You got a text if you're subscribed to their text alerts, and it went on sale for, again, I don't know, 1 second and sold out. I grabbed it. I was awake. I watched the series. Why wouldn't I? I saw it happen. I got the text. Bang, I hit it. It's not even on their Instagram page. You have to actually go to their website to be able to see it. So many people found out about it later and were upset. They're like, how did I possibly miss this? If you go to their Instagram right now, you will not find this piece. It is that much of a sleeper, and I guarantee you a ton of people want this piece. I think it just shipped yesterday. It's going to be epic. What an epic, epic piece, and they had this ready to go. I secretly wonder if they also had a Blue Jays piece or whether they were just going to ignore it if the Blue Jays won and said, hey, I'm going to pretend that series didn't matter. Are you also sitting on Blue Jays piece? Who would it have been? They don't have a Blue Jays piece. Come on, they're from California. They only had a Dodgers piece ready, right? Hitman? Let me know. But anyways, great work. Sleeper piece, 100%. Most of my viewers are going to have no idea this piece exists. You're welcome for showing you. Sorry you missed it. Jamira, jack of all tricks. What a great studio, great people. And look at this piece. When I first saw it, I thought it was printed on the case. The layering and levels are so great and so deep that I thought that was printed on the case. It's not. It's just amazing print quality. And look at the orange variation on that. That's one of the gems for it. It looks outstanding. What an incredible piece. I didn't go for it. I think this popped on the 30th of October, right before Halloween. It's stunning. I haven't heard anybody talk about it, though. Why is nobody talking? I mean, I talked entirely with Jamira about how they're under the radar. Well, this piece included. I hope they don't stay under the radar because their print quality, from what I've seen, looks outstanding. The pieces look amazing. And work like this, I think, is wholly underappreciated. So easy sleeper of the week as well. There's multiple sleepers this week. More to come. Can you have an Art Beat episode without a loot box piece? Here it is, Light of Dawn. I don't know how much of a sleeper piece this piece really is. I just think loot box is also being slightly slept on. He has a very strong following, and they are all in on Lootbox. I feel like he sells out all of his pieces, so it's not like it's slept on. But outside of his following, I don't know how many people follow Lootbox closely. And I do know that this piece got a little more attention than others. It's still being overall slept on, though. I know people outside of the inner circle, if you will, of Lootbox contingent and Lootbox fans that people snatch this piece because it spoke to them. And I think a lot of loot box pieces do that to people. I think they've got a lot of meaning, a lot of feel to them. And that's why I think a lot of people are resonating with it. I like the culture I'm seeing over in Lootbox Instagram chats. If you're not in it, try to get in. It's a good place to be. A bit surprising to see ArtMX in the sleeper category. It's just where I chose to put it. The Mask by Alexander Granger, I think an amazing piece. There was recently that other Joker piece that had the painting in the background of the Mona Lisa, which I thought was one of the best pieces I've seen in a long time. That was in the heat check, or should have been. The masks here, I mean, look in the background. It's pretty sweet. The concept here and the execution, and the Joker is just incredibly menacing. That grin is terrifying. Awesome piece by Alexander Granger. I think he's one of the best in the ArtMX studio portfolio. I also like One Miser. There's a few others that are really at the top of the list for me, but Alexander Granger certainly is as well. This piece I've heard one person talk about other than myself. Definitely on the sleeper list. I don't know. I just don't know why people aren't talking about it. I see a lot of people buying a lot of ArtMX stuff. This piece I just haven't heard a lot about, and I think it's epic. Sugar Addicts. I feel like we haven't talked enough about Sugar Addicts recently. Here they are on the sleeper list when, in theory, they should potentially be in other places in this weekly art beat. But here we have a Luka Doncic piece, and it is part of the Hack the Game set. Now, some of the Hack the Game I don't love, I'll be honest. This one, I think is amazing. I think this is the perfect rendition of Luka. I think it works well with the Lakers. And the border treatments that they put on their pieces now that they're pushing heavy on the metal gems are spectacular. Obviously, this one with the Lakers logo would be epic in all ways. Luka is obviously going absolutely bananas in the regular season. He's only averaging like 542 points a game. And I don't know, 14 rebounds and 28 assists. Those are slight exaggerations in each category. He's going crazy. He's going crazy right now. And their metal gems, I talk about form factors a lot. They are one studio that has moving away from those phantom displays or thick boys, or whatever you want to call them. These metal gems and even their foils are in a completely different form factor, and I think their displays are stunning. I think they're stunning. If you like to hack the game, if you're a Luka fan, don't sleep on this piece. I think people are sleeping on Sugar just overall. I think it's a mistake still. Awesome work by that studio. Is it Jack Ack or Jack AC? I heard it both ways. I don't know. I'm calling it Jack AC. That's just what I prefer. I don't hear anybody talking about this artist. Wags and I had a short chat on that interview if you didn't see it, because he's an awesome guy, and Wags was talking about a printer and etc. His work is sweet. Look at this Coastal Vibes Mickey piece. I think it's badass. I like the colors. I like what he does on it. He also has the doodle work. He's one of the few. I think he and Wags are sort of at the top of that game. An awesome piece, but super slept on. I think he's a popular artist, but in this collectible art card, art piece space, if you will, I don't hear anybody at all. And I mean that literally. I don't hear anybody talking about his work. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't own a piece yet, and I need to. I want to see it in my hand and see it face to face. From what I see on the screen, I think it's spectacular. The moment, man, I love this community, because the moment, this section is just always going to be easy. I love that it's part of Artbeat. And this moment goes to Storm Shadow, who I think independently could also have a moment of the week. This guy, I mean, isn't he just wonderful in all ways? I haven't heard one negative thing about this guy. I haven't heard a negative thing about me either. But it's not the same. It's not the same. We all know Storm Shadow is on a different level. And what did he do? He did this giveaway. 5 winners, 3 PiggyBanx collectors will win 1 Volair Piggy limited edition paddle, which is $100 value. And 2 PiggyBanx collectors will win a PiggyBanx hat, $45 value. I'm pretty sure this is all just bankrolled by him. How to enter: you had to follow PiggyBanx and Volair Pickleball. You had to like and post this comment. You had to share this post to your story and write one sincere message on why you love PiggyBanx and tag us 3. Incredible. The five winners were selected on October 20th. And I mean, just amazing. Amazing to do this. Open worldwide. PiggyBanx donated their share of the proceeds to Mamba Kutta Sports, helping underserved athletes and boys and girls in sports. What an event. 5 winners. Just, again, nothing sort of spawned this. Nothing incited it other than just community love. Storm Shadow, Shout out to you, man. And I got to tell you, I feel like you get a lot of shout outs and you probably don't get enough. I've only had amazing interactions with you. Everyone I know has only had amazing interactions with you. You continue to just be a gem in the community in every way. All love to you, my Pulse check, rapid fire time, starting with Case Hitman. Logomon Gengar. Love this set from Case Hitman, and I'll say most of their pieces, to me, look better in person than they do on screen. This Logomon set, I'm sure, is no exception to that rule. Great piece. Wags drops Purple Mayhem. Love the color. Again, I was into purple a couple weeks ago, as everyone knows. This, love the playfulness. Love the characters that he shows. And then on the right, another Sugar Addicts piece. This is a Batman. And that's a pretty sick looking piece. I don't even know really what to make of it in terms of its style. I don't have a word to the proper adjective to describe that style. But Sugar dropped a lot of pieces recently. And I think it's, again, flying violently under the radar. Go check out Sugar Addicts. I didn't know where to put this piece by Keyhole. Is it in the heat check? Is it a sleeper? Or is it pulse check? I don't know. I put it here and I'm torn on it, honestly. The Grand Illusion, I think this is a fantastic piece. And Keyhole is violently under the radar as a studio. He drops these pieces just almost in silence. Nobody really talks about him. Look at this piece, though. It's spectacular. And the variations are also incredible. Really, really under the radar. Go check out his stuff. I think his pieces on there are some of them are just epic. And you got to check him out. I love this piece personally. And then Sharkbait with, I think, one of his best pieces in a long time. Yamamoto. We've been talking Otani a lot. What about Yamamoto? What about this guy? Just MVP style. I think this is a great piece from Sharkbait. I think he's done a magnificent job with the cuts on this, and I like the style. I'm a big fan of this piece. I saw it pop. Love this work, Sharkbait. Excellent job. That's it for the first week of November. I'm excited to see who breaks into the heat check next week. I'm also excited to cover a few things that I know are about to pop in the community. So the moment, expect that to be packed next week as well. What an unbelievable week from all of these artists. And you see some returning guests in that heat check. Who's coming for it next week? I'm excited to be there with you. And thanks again for all the love to all the artists and the community out on this end. Until next time, stay sharp, chase smart.